somebody has to work in a villa because of quarantine or something, then must have a heater, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, because you sit all day, it's cold, so you need some warmth.
Understand,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
If sometimes you don't need, then you turn it off. When you need, you turn it on right away. And then when it's too hot, you turn it off.
Yes, Master.
Right, Master.
Convenient, yeah.
Thank you for your considerations.
No, I want you guys to be comfortable because I would want to be comfortable myself, you see?
Yes.
So if I'm not comfortable, then I know others also could be uncomfortable sometimes. My heart is aching for everyone, more for people homeless on the street.
Oh, yes.
They have nothing. They just sit there hoping somebody, some merciful human will give them some pennies or something so that they can add them up and go have some warm meal later on. But it's not a fun life. Yeah.
Yes, so sad.
So sad. But some people like it. They like the freedom.
Yes, they do.
But some people have no choice.
Yes.
So this world is nothing the way I want. Even though we all have the opportunity to be fully fed, fully clothed, at least, just the basic. But the management of the economy, ecology, and the even spread of wealth and comfort is not done well in this world.
Yes, Master.
And that hurts me so much sometimes.
Yes, Master.
Really, it hurts me sometimes. I can't just help everybody. Oh, man. All right, never mind. You guys take care. Anyway, that's the main point, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
If we can, we take care of ourselves. It's our duty also.
Yes, Master,
Yes,
we
Master.
will.
Other people, they're less fortunate, then what can we do? The whole world is not as good as we want. But if we have the chance, we must take care of ourselves. Got that?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Don't make me worry, okay?
No, we won't.
No, no.
We'll take care of ourselves.
Okay, you report to me that everybody has a heater in their room, in their villa.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You must report everybody.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Not just say, oh, we have. And then maybe you have, and they don't have.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Because before, maybe a lot of people live there and didn't have enough electricity, but now not too many anymore, and they should be able to use it. It depends on the situation.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
All right, anything that I should know?
We have some questions, Master, if we may ask.
Sure, why not?
Yes, Master. Recently, President Trump criticized former Vice President Pence for not overturning the 2020 presidential election. He said, as a result of that, the country is going to hell. Could you elaborate more on that, Master?
On January 6 last year, a joint session of Congress was counting the Electoral College votes. Outgoing Vice President Mike Pence presiding over the session. Supporters of Donald Trump outside believed Pence could do more.
January 6th was the former president and his team's best efforts to prevent Joe Biden from being elected and taking office. You know, a lot of that plan hinged on Pence, who had been so loyal. They thought he would be again and follow through with what Donald Trump wanted. Pence did not, of course.
I only wish that my friend Mike Pence had that additional courage to send the results back to the legislatures.
It was very sad when Mike Pence gave those votes over.
I think Mike has been very badly hurt by what took place with respect to January 6th. I think he's been mortally wounded, frankly, because I see the reaction he's getting from people. They say, why didn't you just hand it back to the legislatures?
Former Vice President Mike Pence made what may be his final break with his ex-boss, rejecting Trump's claim that he could have and should have overturned the election.
President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election.
Trump wrote, quote, if the vice president had absolutely no right to change the presidential election results in the Senate, despite fraud and many other irregularities, how come the Democrats and rhino Republicans like wacky Susan Collins are desperately trying to pass legislation that will not allow the vice president to change the results of the election? Actually, what they are saying is that Mike Pence did have the right to change the outcome, and they now want to take that right away. Unfortunately, he didn't exercise that power. He could have overturned the election.
What can we do with this war anyway? You know, there's always one side positive, one side negative. Even the master has to deal with that. the positive side, advice or pointing out to the master, which is a good thing, and the other one argues, says, no, that's not good. Have to do this, to do that. Confusing all the time. Yeah. So it's very difficult for humans to even discern what is what. But as I told you, Vice President Pence,
yes,
he could have turned the election vote around, but he did not. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, Master.
As Vice President, he has no power to do that. That's for sure.
That's correct.
But as President of the Senate, he could have. If the vote had any evidence of wrongdoing.
Yes.
That's what I think. Anything else? Any question about that?
Yes, Master. I think you've addressed this, but the Constitution doesn't give the Vice President the authority to overturn a presidential election, so why would Mr. Trump say otherwise? Could Master comment on this?
The Constitution doesn't mention that the Vice President can do anything about the election result to turn it around.
Yes.
But Mr. Pence was not just Vice President. He was the President of the Senate at that time for that. And he has the authority to open all the envelopes, the electoral envelopes, electoral votes, and then count it there in front of everybody. Yes, that is correct, because he's responsible for that by de facto, and he should be able to return some of the election votes if there is some evidence of fraud.
Oh,
that's
yes.
correct.
Yes, Master.
And because at that time there was some evidence and some complaints in many states about fraud.
Yes, that's true.
And about the incorrect voting system, not law-abiding voting system. And the machines went wrong and all that stuff. And with people who are already dead and still voting.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, ghost voters. And some people voted many times, 6 times.
Yes.
Or something like that. Or somebody from another state also voted in another state.
Yes, that's right.
So there was evidence, and there were many complaints, and also testimonies about the incorrect voting system and way of counting and all that.
Yes, Master.
So as the President of the Senate and as the responsible person for the voting count, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, he should be able to say, oh, look here, we have to do something. We have to investigate.
Yes.
Right, Master.
Because I cannot accept these vote counts if there are so many doubts, so many questions, so many irregularities. In that case, he could. It's not illegal for him to do that.
Right, Master.
Because suppose I ask for some delivery. For example, I ask you for some rice, and you give me some rotten something else. And, of course, I will return it to you and say, no, this is not what I want.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
You have to redo it. Get the correct one for me, for example, right?
Yes, Master.
So even though the Constitution doesn't say that the President of the Senate could return all the ballots or some vote counts, it is legal. It is normal. It's common law that Vice President Pence could have done that if there were so many complaints about irregularity and fraud.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
You cannot just ignore people's complaints and evidence and say, okay, my duty is just to count, just to receive and accept. He's responsible as well.
That's right.
For the right counting, the right voting system.
Yes, Master.
The right counting outcome. Yeah, whether or not the Constitution says anything like that. Because maybe at the time that they made the Constitution, it was all correct and clear. Nobody ever thought that anybody would do any fraudulent things like that.
Yes.
There were no voting machine counts.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, there were no mail-in ballots, any kind of things that people could cheat with.
That's right.
Yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, so many irregularities just came afterward.
Yes, ma'am.
After we became more civilized and more high-tech, yeah?
Yeah.
So, and in a way, President Trump was right.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, if everything was so smooth and honey, then he would have no excuse to say anything. But he had some excuse.
Yes, that's right. It's true.
And most things, they just ignored or just recount it. What for a recount? The vote is already there. Recount is the same.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, all the envelopes were thrown away, and they don't even know who did what, who sent where.
Yes, miss.
And if they could fake the vote, then they could fake again and more even.
Oh,
That's
right.
true.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So what's the use of doing the recount? It would be useless anyway.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Any more questions?
Well, just on that note, I think Congress is in the process of, or at least there's debate that they want to change the laws on that, and they want to clarify what the vice president can and cannot do in that case.
Everybody talks about the vice president. No, not about the vice president.
Yes.
It is the position of the president of the Senate to do that for that time, for that purpose.
Yes, Master.
And he has the right, he has the responsibility to make sure that it's all correct.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
You can't just receive anything even though it's wrong. If it's wrong, you have to say it's wrong. You have to return it.
Right. Yes, Master.
So in a way, he is legally obliged to make sure that the voting system has been respected.
Yes.
Democracy has been respected in all letters from A to Z.
Yes, Master.
Before he says, okay, I accept it, and this person becomes president and the other person loses. Cannot do that. In any case,
Yes, Master.
if it was me, I wouldn't just accept it when I hear so many complaints and irregularity and some even small evidence. It is still evidence of fraud.
Yes,
That's
Master.
If a thief comes into your house and he wants to steal big things, but he has no chance, so he steals small things, he's still stealing. He still committed theft.
Yes,
That's right.
Master.
So you cannot accept it and say, oh, this person is completely clean. He's an honest citizen.
Yes.
But what to do? Well, was that your question? Did I answer it?
Yes, Master. Yes, thank you.